This is my Traxxas Slash. Alright, I'm going to show you a little bit of the mods that I did to it. Here you got an LST fin on the rear, and also what I did is, if you could take a look in the back, I zippy tied the wheelie bar. This way, when you tilt it up for a wheelie, it's not really going to affect the fin at all. Also put on the Rustler tires on the front and the rear, which I will grab one of the original tires, and you can see the size difference. Size difference is not substantial, but they do balloon up a lot higher. I would recommend these tires to anybody. They do outlast the Slash tires by a considerable amount wear wise. A little bit of the mods I did. I added a switch to the back, and that also will turn the headlights on, which I'll come to the front. Let me get to the front. There you go. Alright. And also, I cut a hole right inside right here. If I center it off a little bit, you can see the temp gauge for the motor. You know, you don't want to really exceed over 200 degrees on that. Also cut out a few vents, actually cut out the window so where the air can drive right in and cool off the ESC a bit. Also, I just used, I cut a hole in the windshield, and then what I did is I cut a bottle and cut it straight through. You really can't see through it, but I'll lift off the lid and you'll be able to take a look on the inside. As far as that for mods, you know, other than that, putting this on some fishing line, putting your clips on there. This way you don't have to worry about losing them at all. Let me take the lid off here a second. Take a look underneath. And you can see what I did on the inside. It sort of looks a mess, but it's actually functionable. And you can see where the tube comes right through and blows right onto the ESC. Now let's go to the vehicle, and here you can see the temp gauge, which has a coil that goes right around the motor head and reads the temperature, and it'll give you the last reading. I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn it on. Last temperature reading was 135, and right now it's at 71 degrees. I haven't ran it, so that's just normal temperature. I put in the brushless system, took out the original motor. That only lasted about 2 weeks, and after that I put the VXL 3 in it, and it screams. Also purchased the max amp battery, which is a 6500 11.1 milliamp battery, and it came with the foam in the package. I just cut it in just two-sided tape. Fits in the battery case a lot better. You know, takes up most of the room on the inside. Plus I put some gripper on it. You know, it's like for steps, and you can see it around the battery that I use for here. And this switch here, if you turn it on, will turn on the light on the bottom of the vehicle, which at nighttime is pretty cool. It's a nice little mod, you know. And I made my own skid plates. It weighs a little bit more, but not much. The plastic is roughly about a 1/4 inch thick. Coming back to the wheelie bar, it just pretty much jammed it in there and used zippy ties. It'll break off if you do a good crash. I mean, it'll fly off when the zippy ties just break. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty tight. A lot of decals. I like decals, as you can see. And here's the other body. I haven't really used it yet. I haven't cut it up a little. You know, it's still got some trimming to do for the back wheel. You can see that with the bigger tires, you will have to trim the wheel wells. Ballooning really isn't much of an issue. Here up on top, I used an old drawer handle to use it as a roll bar. Works out pretty good. I tried it on the other one, but that was plastic, and this one here is metal. I'm just saving this body for the last. for the last body I'll be using until I start painting my own. Again, I put the switch in the back. You got the lights in the rear, and you got the lights in the front, which are pretty darn cool. Let me shut the lights off here. Be able to see it a lot better. There you go. Pretty bright. Pretty bright at night, especially with the blue one going on. Number 69, baby. Gotta love it. Alright. Other than that, I can show you the inside of the lid. This one's a lot cleaner. And just ran the lights. Just used some the metal tape that came with it. I got the lights on eBay. The guy makes it, does a great job. Battery, all I pretty much did was just zippy tie it. Just drilled a couple holes going right through the window. You really don't notice it, especially when it's zipping down the road at 70 miles an hour doing a wheelie. Other than that, that's pretty much it about the Slash. I did do some more upgrades up in the hubs for the steering, and got the steering housing down at the bell crank. I think that's what you call it. And I did it for the rear as well. Got that. I don't know if you can see it too well, but man, she runs smooth. I would say about a good 70 miles an hour. But you know, the Slash, it's a very light vehicle, and she does pop wheelies relatively easy. I'm thinking of probably doing a mod about maybe putting some weight up in here in the front area just to keep the front down. I don't know, maybe melt down some lead weights, make a pocket in here or something. And also I made this. This was my dog had some surgery, and they gave him one of them dog collars, is what you want to protect her. I just cut it up and made a shield, so this way when you're kicking up the dirt, it doesn't really fly too much on the inside. It sort of repels it a bit. The back, I did it in Velcro, easier to remove. The front, I pretty much just fastened it, you know. Other than that, I mean, it works out. I mean, it's pretty stable. And then in the front right here, I also upgraded the servo too. Went with a high-tech 635 Metal Gear. The original one, you know, bit the dust. I made a little thing in here to hold the tool. All it is just a little rod down there, if you take a peek, and the inside just fits right in. And what you do is just stick it in there, and it'll be there when you need it, when you're on the track, especially for your wheels. So that's pretty much it for all the stuff that I've done to it. You can all check it out. See ya.